When it comes to impoverished children, maybe the most important changes that must be made to their benefit are in the education system. Well, joining me now with details of an amazing new style of teaching our youth is Keren Halperin-Mufferi, the co-CEO of Shiur Acher, which means a different lesson in Hebrew. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
So tell us first a little bit about what Shiur Acher is.
It's an NGO founded 15 years ago, and what we do is work all over Israel and bring people who work in different professions to schools and underprivileged communities, neighborhoods, to talk about their life, their work. I mean,
How did you guys come up with this idea? This is very interesting.
Sometimes parents come to schools and tell their children's friends and class about their profession. But then what happens is whoever has friends who parents are lawyers or doctors hear more doctors and lawyers, and people whose parents are not doctors and lawyers or engineers or whatever don't hear about that. So what we did is contact organizations and ask them to allow their employees to go, instead of an hour of work, to go to school and enrich the children, telling them about themselves and their work and their profession. It expands their horizons, their dreams. It makes them know more ideas.
Absolutely. I mean, just having that exposure is essential because it all comes to what you're raised with, what you hear about. And are these people that are coming in and you know, giving these lectures and speeches staying in contact with the children afterwards? Does that ever happen?
We're in contact with them. And every year we bring another organization to that school so they will know different kinds of works and professions and people. So the volunteers just come and give their enrichment lesson and lecture, but we're in contact with them for years.
Very interesting. So what I'd love to know actually is what the end result of that is, and maybe how that has affected the community, the community poverty level, perhaps even.
What we know is we ask children, we ask their parents, we ask their teachers, the principals of the school, and they tell us children learn things they never heard about. They now know what it means to be a judge, what it means to be an engineer, things they just didn't know, didn't even recognize when they heard about it. So now they can, we hear the students say, so maybe one day I will do that. And now I understand I can allow myself to dream about it. Things they never did before.
What communities are you working within?
All over the country, you name it, every city, Naharia, Tel Aviv, Yerucham, Dimona, Carmiel, all over the country.
Well, let me tell you, this is a really interesting program, and I think it's essential to tackling this issue of poverty and essentially unequal opportunity when it comes to education, right? And
That's
the
idea.
workplace. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us, and
thank you.
Hopefully we'll have you back soon.
Thanks.